of Call of Duty Zombie Map Review. I'm just quickly fixing the settings. There we go. And if you don't know what this series is, I want to welcome you. And what this series is I basically take every single map from Call of Duty Zombies, excluding Exo Zombies, and I take the maps from Nocturne to all the way to Revelations, and I review them on storyline and what the storyline was, how the storyline was, how was it, like how good was it, or how good is the story for that map. I cover innovation. I
must attempt to make contact with the mysterious Dr. Monty.
Like the zombie feel for it, like the vibe that the map gives. I cover a bunch of stuff about the map innovation, so like perks, pack a punch, just everything. Not everything, but you understand what I mean. I actually just spent the gameplay. My bad. Let me just lower this. And again, I want to do this. Sorry about the gameplay. I had to use Revelations Verruckt because I don't have the ability to use like stuff like Elgato to live stream stuff. To record like actual original Verruckt. And the reason why I also say sorry about this is that the gameplay is kind of choppy it's kind of choppy in the sense that sometimes I might need to leave Verruckt to go get a gun or to go get perks or something like that. So, yeah. So, the first thing we're going to cover about Verruckt is story. Now, this is what I have gathered. So, there was a soldier named Peter McCain that was a spy, and he was working at the Verruckt facility. And while he was a spy, he was an undercover spy from America. And there was a group of 4 soldiers that decided to get him out of there. One of them being Tank Dempsey, but at the time we didn't know that one of the 4 soldiers you play as on the original Verruckt is actually Tank Dempsey, but we don't actually know that it's Tank Dempsey. I even think in Nocturne and Totem, one of the 4 soldiers you play is Dempsey. I'm not entirely sure though. So,
this place will run red with your blood.
What still happens is that the 4 of them have to survive there on their own at this facility after trying to get Peter McCain out of there. Peter McCain was there, and what was going on there, he was in like deep trouble of possibly being compromised, so they decided to go in there and get him out of there, and it was evacuated or something like that. Everyone left the facility, and the only person that was there were the 4 soldiers, and they had to survive there at the facility. So the story, I mean, at the time we didn't really know what the story was. We didn't really know anything about Peter McCain, about the 4 soldiers, anything like that. Looking at it now, it's actually a really good storyline for the map. But looking at it a couple years ago, it wasn't really that great. And plus we didn't really know what the hell was going on. And forgive me, I have to go over those, but actually I'll just unplug my mic quick. Hold on.
You actually use your team?
Oh, and I also quickly forgot to mention that I also will be covering my personal opinion about this map, about Verruckt. So let's talk about gameplay and innovation. So the first thing we want to talk about is perks, innovation. Like innovation is like, we're also gonna talk about difficulty. I never talked about difficulty in Nocturne and Totem. I kind of forgot about that. I probably should talk about difficulty. With Verruckt, well, let's talk about difficulty with Verruckt. Let's talk about that first. What's difficulty? We don't want too easy, because if it's too easy, it's gonna get boring and you don't want to play anymore. If it's too hard, you don't want to play more because you're too frustrated to play. Now with Verruckt is a very, very difficult map. It's probably easier on the Black Ops 1 version because of the hitting system is a lot better. Well, the zombies like attacking you, it's a lot better. Verruckt's Juggernaut is a lot glitchier, so you can survive longer if it does glitch out and such. But the map is quite difficult. There's nowhere to really train. It's easier to kind of play on solo than it really is, because you can train, but you have to do like a full map train and such. And it's easier to play on solo than it is. It's easier to play on solo, but I feel that it's more fun to play on co-op. And so yeah, now let's move on to innovation with the map. And with the innovation, this map brought from Nocturne to Verruckt, which is Verruckt was only our first DLC. It brought a lot to the table. First thing being a really cool starting room system. So what they did was that they had the starting room system where you spawned in by yourself. There's two starting rooms. One having, I believe it was a Springfield and M1 carbine in one of them, and then the other one having a Car 98K and a Gewehr and a Gewehr, whatever the heck it's called. And one of them had Juggernaut in it, and the other one had Quick Revive in it also. But you know, you had to charge power to get it. Unless you're playing solo, then you could just buy Quick Revive right off the bat.
Even if
you're in that starting room.
It should be
and you could not, those two starting rooms, and you guys were completely separated. And the only way for you guys to be reunited, because the way they did it too was with two starting rooms, that if you did solo, you spawn in one starting room or the other. If you did two-player, you'd both spawn in the same starting room. If you did three-player, there'd be two people in one person in the other. If you did four-player, there'd be two in one and two in the other.
I mean, honestly, look at
it. The only other map that has ever done that is actually in Exo Zombies, and that's called Carrier. But we're not talking about Exo Zombies. Maybe when Exo Zombies returns, I'll probably make a series with Exo Zombies. But other than that, I'm not really gonna bother with Exo Zombies. Because I actually did enjoy Exo Zombies. Anyway, to get back to Verruckt. And the only way for you guys to be reunited was to turn on the power. And once you turn on the power, the door that would be separating the guys would open. And then you would have the next part of innovation, which is perks. Now perks aren't even like they're a great thing to have, but we don't really think of them as godly anymore. It's like we don't like we see a perk, it's like, oh cool, perk machine. Like you played Verruckt though, you're like, oh my god, what the heck is this? Like a perk machine? What? And Verruckt was the first map to bring perks into zombies, and it gave us our 4 original perks: Juggernaut, which allowed us to take an extra 3 hits without dying, and in Verruckt it can be glitchy sometimes, and you can take 11 hits without dying. They gave us Quick Revive, which in World at War, basically you can revive your teammates faster, and in World at War, the solo Quick Revive thing that made it so you could revive yourself, you get revived in solo. That was not in World at War, so you really only had one chance if you were playing on solo. If you went down, that was it. You couldn't get back up. Take a sip of my water. Anywho, they had speed call, which made it so you could reload faster, and they had double tap 1.0, which made it so you would have a faster fire rate. Juggernaut being 2,500, Quick Revive being 1,500, speed call being 3,000, and double tap being 2,000. Now perks were a really huge thing in zombies. That makes even though Verruckt didn't bring a lot to the map, it's probably still it's probably one of the most innovative maps yet. And I would say that is because Juggernaut is perks are just really, really important, which is why I say that it's probably the second most innovative map in zombies. First being Noct, because Noct is really innovative in and out of itself, because it was its first map. It was the first map. Now we're gonna talk about another part of innovation, which was traps. Now, traps. This map was also the first map to bring in traps, which the traps weren't really put in good places. You know, they're new to it. They're experimenting with it, and it's the map design. But they weren't really put in. My personal opinion, they weren't really put in good places.
To be honest, I really didn't like you much at the start.
But, you know, there were traps. There were the electric traps, so it would cost 1,000 points, and zombies would run through it, and when they ran through the trap, it would damage them. It would damage them and instantly kill them, or it would hurt them. They would run through it, and they would get shocked, burned, whatever, and they would instantly die by it. These traps could one hit down you without jug, and 2 hit down you. I think it was like a 2 hit down with a jug if you stood in it for too long. Now the next thing we're gonna talk about with innovation is guns. Now, from my knowledge, the only guns that were added into the map was the PPSH. That was the only gun that was added into the map. Those returning guns were knocked, but there was nothing new. They had the bipod on the map, which used to be like there's a bipod on this map where there's two locations for it. You can put it somewhere. There's like a place you can put it. I don't know where it is, or you can put it on. Or there's a glitch where you can put it on your teammate's head. So really, like, that's really it for innovativeness. Now we're gonna talk about gameplay-wise and just how everything. Okay, we're gonna talk about the vibe that the map gives off. The vibe that the map gives off. I want to say this. I'll say this. The vibe that it gave off. I'm gonna say this. That's what zombies is. It is scary. It was creepy. You did not want to be there. It was. Must have been a great map. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna say my personal opinion. For most people, it was probably a good map. Very difficult, but the vibe of the map, it was great because it was hard, which made you scared, and the atmosphere of it was very, very creepy and scary, and you did not want to be there. And that's what I liked about it.
Just lying on the fucking table.
It was really, really scary.
But in all fairness,
now,
Maxis was a bit of a wild.
We're gonna talk about.
I mean, you remember he was.
Next part of this that we're gonna talk about is just gameplay overall. How is this map with gameplay between the difficulty, the traps, the guns, the perks, and the zombies like vibe and feel that I guess. When you put them all together, that basically forms my own personal opinion. That will form my personal opinion on the map. So here we go. This is my personal opinion about the map. So, this being the second map that has ever released, me only at the time being a casual zombies player and only really played Knocked. Because I've already explained this, I played Knocked mostly. I never got any of the World at War DLC. Only played Knocked. Didn't have any of the other maps, so I didn't really know about anything about the other maps. I didn't know about perks, and it took me a while to learn about perks and Pack-a-Punch and such. Because I never got to experience it when playing Verruckt and Shinuma and Verruckt. So, let me say this. Back when I was a casual zombies player and I was really bad at zombies, I hated Verruckt. I absolutely hated Verruckt. Thought it was complete shit. I just did not like it. But one day I went back to it and I played the Black Ops 1 version because I don't have the World at War version of it. Only World at War maps I have are Knocked and Doris. That's it. Anyway.
I'm glad to see Shield now packs extra.
I went back and played it with randoms and I absolutely loved it. I had so much fun, and we just did like a camping strategy. I had so much fun. It's like one of my favorite maps. Like my top 5 favorite, I'm actually not even gonna say them. But after my top 5, Verruckt comes after that top 5. It is number 6. It is my 6th favorite map. Verruckt was such a good map. It was a really, really, really good map. This map, like, it might not be my favorite, but it does hold a special place in my heart still. Because that was the map that gave us perks. That was one of the hardest maps of all time. That is like one of the hardest maps of all time. And well, with like the whole thing together, I gotta say I love it. I love the vibe. I really love the vibe that it gives off. It's really creepy, scary, and it's just it's a hard map. I like hard maps. I actually do like hard maps. I fucking hate ridiculously hard maps, which there is one map coming up in this series. I'm not gonna say what game it's from, but there is one map that is coming up in this series that I absolutely fucking despise because of its difficulty. Anywho, so the guns with this map, there was nothing really new for guns. The only guns that were added in were, and I completely forgot about this. I completely forgot. They also added in the system of teddy bear. So the box moving to another location was introduced in Verruckt. Every spot was like 5 seconds away from each other. But even still, it's still really important because we basically because of that, like we have gobble gums now that help with that. Like we have a gobble gum called Unbearable, which makes it so like it can't move. And when you get teddy bear, it gives you a respin, and then it stays there for another couple more rounds.
Why not infinite ammo?
The guns, the only gun that was really added in PPSH was the PPSH is a really, really awesome weapon. Talking about perks, perks were like now that I actually like know what the hell I'm doing with zombies. Perks are an awesome thing. Perks are a really, really awesome thing to have in zombies. They are a really, really, really awesome thing to have. They keep us alive. They keep us going. It was like Juggernaut is like our fucking Lord and Savior over here. And like it's inspired a bunch of other perks like Stamina, Widow's Wine, Fuck You Mule Kick, Fuck You Deadshot, Electric Cherry, PhD Flopper, a bunch of these perks. Vulture Raid, like it's introduced us to like a bunch of new other perks that are really, really good. Some being bad, but mostly really, really good, or just really good perks. So, if I had to give a rating on that from a scale of 1 to 10, it's solid 10. Okay, solid 10. I say I give Noct a 10 because it was a good map. It was a good map. It was simple, but it was a good map. It was the first map, so you kind of have to give it a 10 because it's what started zombies. Verruckt is what? Verruckt is I say 10 out of 10 because I think it is a good map. I say that the map is perfect. I personally feel that the map is perfect. It's not my favorite, but I feel that it's perfect. For me, it's perfect because it's difficult. It's really difficult, but you can't really blame them for the difficulty. You can't really blame them for it. But I really, really do love the map. For scale 1 to 10, I have to give it a 10. There's nothing I really have wrong with the map at all. Minus the zombie hitting system in World at War, which is nothing we can really do about it. Black Ops 1 version, I also forgot to mention, added some new stuff. Like they gave us the wooden towel and such, but that doesn't really matter. We still had our ray gun. We didn't have any new wonder weapons. Like that was really it. But Verruckt, I still give 10 out of 10 because it's basically the start. It's still the start of zombies. It's built not to start of zombies, and then Verruckt, Shinuma, Doris kind of built zombies. I say World at War was the maps that were building zombies. Noct started it. Verruckt built it. Shinuma put another layer of innovativeness and build on it. Doris had put another layer of innovativeness and build for zombies. And every single thing that was in World at War is like some of the most important shit that we have now. So yeah, that was the video. I'm sorry about the Verruckt gameplay. I really tried the best I possibly could with it. Again, I did not have any like Verruckt stuff. I didn't really have. I can't use Elgato. So I did the best I could with Verruckt. So I am deeply sorry about that. If I was able to do like Black Ops 1 Verruckt or World at War Verruckt, I don't have World at War Verruckt, but if I had the opportunity to do like Black Ops 1 Verruckt, I would have. I definitely would have done that. But the thing is, I just don't have access to that because I don't have like Elgato or I can't record it. So yeah, I am sorry about the gameplay. But yeah, if you that's the end of the video stream. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like. I really think this is a good series. It might not sound enthusiastic. It might sound kind of bad because of the way that I talk my videos. Where like I will say I do repeat myself a bit. I do that for like I kind of do it by accident, but I also kind of do it on purpose. It's weird. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you had enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If you like the content that I throw out, please do subscribe. Cause I don't work hard, of course, because you know it's just live streaming. But I do love doing this stuff. It's really awesome. I love this series that I'm doing. Also, I checked my I think my stats or like analytics, whatever the heck they're called for like my channel, and we have hit over 2,000 views, which is really awesome. I just want to say thank you for that. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream. Peace out. My name is Kyle. It's retarded. It's because you know I already explained that in a previous live stream.